You'll quit guitar before this year is over. Most people who pick up the guitar quit, not because they're bad or because it's too difficult. And chances are, you'll want to quit too for exactly the same reasons.
Let's be honest, we all decided to play guitar so we could learn our favorite songs. But what happens when we run out of these songs to play? Or worse yet, when these songs we try to play are way outside of our skill level.
By the end of this video, you're going to know exactly how to overcome your feelings of inadequacy. And instead of quitting, you're going to have more motivation to keep playing and keep learning. I teach beginners every week, and I hear the same frustrations over and over. Maybe guitar playing is just not for me. And pretty much every time, the problem isn't motivation or talent.
We are all guilty of this. We sit down, play a few chords and riffs, play the same songs we've been playing for years, scroll the internet for tips and ideas on what to learn, and then we put the guitar down and have our second nap of the day.
Say goodnight, motherfucker!
That feels so productive, but the issue is it's unstructured, and guitar punishes random effort. You can practice for hours and still make no progress, because there is no clear focus. Beginners don't fail because they don't practice enough. Seasoned players don't quit because they're not good enough. In fact, these people practice quite a lot actually. But these people fail because they have no idea what actually matters right now. When you don't have a plan, a goal, a focus, every time you pick up the guitar it feels like starting over, and that becomes exhausting. A huge reason I see guitarists quit is because they overwhelm themselves. You try to learn too much too quickly, become frustrated and feel like you're not as good as you thought you are. And your guitar becomes a really expensive dust collector because you can't find any joy in picking it up. Beginners try to learn 9 chords all at once, it sounds like a jumbled mess, and suddenly they believe they suck. You have 100 things you can kinda sorta do, but no idea how to actually use them. Your fingers hurt, progress feels non-existent, and things start to get messy.
But truth is, you don't need more stuff. You don't need more chords, you don't need to learn that new guitar solo, you need control. Progress, enjoyment, and motivation come from depth, not from extreme variety.
The people who love what they do get really good at a small set of skills before they move on. And they make sure to keep refining those skills. Doesn't it sound motivational and fun to nail a song on the first or second try? Because you've got this deep skill you've been refining properly. That's efficiency, and efficiency is effective. And this is the biggest one. Most players quit because they have no idea what progress is supposed to look like. They have no idea how long things are supposed to take, no idea what is normal to struggle with, and no idea how to tell if they're actually improving or not.
So every unproductive session feels like failure, and that sucks.
This is something I see all the time. Without clear goals, without a structure or routine to achieve those goals, without having an idea of what comes after those goals, people start to feel like there's no point in practicing. You fall into that old habit of playing the same things over and over, never knowing what to do next. So you feel like you're stuck or even going backwards, and eventually you give up. You think you're doing everything wrong when actually you just don't know what is right for you right now. So what actually works? The players who don't quit and go on to become fantastic guitarists do a few things differently. 1. They understand their weaknesses and actively work to improve on them. 2. They practice way less but are more focused and consistent in their practice. 3. They focus on only a small number of things before moving on. 4. They use simple exercises to build control and confidence. 5. They follow a clear sequence instead of just guessing. These types of players understand one thing, either by being taught or by inherent understanding. Progress on guitar isn't fast, but it is predictable when you're learning the right way. Feeling stuck right now doesn't mean you're failing. It usually means you just lack clarity on what's next. And if guitar feels hard right now, that doesn't mean it's not for you. It just means you haven't been given clear structure yet, and that is not your fault. Focus on a small set of skills, practice getting good at them, and then learn to apply them. There is nothing as motivating as that aha moment when you can finally do what you've been working to do all this time. If you're a beginner, get really good at a small set of chords. If you're seasoned, get better at the things you've been neglecting. Learn the fretboard. Learn scale intervals. Fix the hand synchronization issue you've been neglecting for years. Dedicated and focused practice allows you to allow yourself to move on. Slow down. Guitar playing isn't a race. You're allowed to take time to practice things, and slow practice is good practice. Slowing down allows your body and your brain to synchronize in a productive way. Getting things to sound good while you practice means that you're learning to make them sound good when you use them later on. And if your practice sounds bad, your playing will sound even worse. How do you expect to enjoy playing and to be motivated if you can't actually do the things you're telling yourself you can do? Tying into the previous points, learn fewer things but learn them deeper. If you're learning a new chord, learning a new song, trying to build up speed, whatever it may be, keep practicing until you can't get it wrong. Don't overwhelm yourself with hundreds of things at once. Guitar takes time and patience, and there is an insane amount of info you could be learning. But instead, learn small bits at a time and become very familiar with them. Learn one song at a time. Learn that new strumming pattern. Don't try 15 new chords, bar chords, sweep picking, all 5 pentatonic positions, all in one go, because that's wasted effort. You're never going to get good at those things that way. And finally, have an idea of where you're going. Everyone has different goals, and the different types of goals alter the path you're going to need to take to get there. This might mean finding a guitar course that suits your goals, or finding a guitar teacher that understands your journey, or sitting down and writing out your own plan. Write out your goal, be realistic about what it's going to take to get there, and then start working. Relax into the fact that guitar playing takes time, and learning the things you want to learn won't happen immediately all at once. And with that being said, if you're new to playing guitar and you want help with that structure to ensure that you see this through, I've put together a free PDF that covers chords, exercises, and a clear roadmap for your first few months of playing the guitar. It's linked below, absolutely free. And if you're still practicing even when it feels frustrating, you're ahead of the curve and doing way better than you think. I'll catch you in the next video. Don't quit.